Tanya, and thank you, Craig. I'm Darlene Allen. I'm the Vice Chair of the Coalition for Children and Families. And I'm here to talk a little bit about the other handout, which is our legislative priorities. The Coalition has a legislative committee, and we review research. Do you want me to show it? It's this handout. We review research and recommend policies pertaining to children, youth, and families at both the state and the federal levels. We review bills submitted to the General Assembly in keeping with our principles and strategic plan. We work directly with sponsors and partners on legislation, as we were so pleased to do in 2017 and 2018 on the voluntary extension of care with Representative Deborah Ruggiero, Senator Lou DePalma, and many other co-sponsors. We also join with other advocacy organizations to support their positions in their area of expertise. We recognize that not all of the legislation that we're supporting will be enacted this year, but each piece puts an aspect of our principles that we feel are important and that we want to show our support. The first section of our legislative priorities describes our positions on important budget and policy articles. As Tanya just mentioned, the Coalition is calling for an increase in the DCYF budget for fiscal year 20. Since fiscal year 18, there has been a significant gap between the proposed budget and the actual spending levels, despite plans to reduce costs. The efforts to transition to a more family-based system requires new kinds of investments to support children and families, and we believe that the current proposed budget will once again fall short. The Coalition supports investments in children, including family home visiting, universal pre-K, and quality childcare. All of these are protective measures for children that support families. We support ensuring that children in eligible districts have access to school meals and not let any child go hungry in the state of Rhode Island. We provide a stepped increase. We support a provision of a stepped increase in the state's minimum wage. We also support allowing the 48 months of continuous cash benefits under the state's Rhode Island Works program. We support ensuring access to federal criminal record checks by employees working directly with children. And we also request that interns and volunteers also be able to be covered. We support efforts to ensure that caretakers, such as teachers, group home staff, bus drivers, and others, are able to be criminally charged in cases involving sexual relations with the youth 16 and above in their care. We also support ensuring that all children are legally connected to their parents by updating our parentage and adoption laws. We continue to oppose changing the Lead Poisoning Prevention Act. We also this year weighed in on the issue of marijuana. We urge legislators to ensure that the needs of children are deeply embedded in the planning process, that we look to states such as Colorado to learn from them as far as what the investments, policies, and procedures needed to be to ensure their protection, safety, and well-being as we explore legalization in Rhode Island. As the Oversight Committee is well aware, we want to make sure that our most vulnerable are protected while we move forward with examining financial and other benefits of legalization. Regarding some of the bills before the Assembly, the Coalition has chosen to support bills that enhance child welfare systems, protect victims of sexual assault, support adoption and permanency, enhance income and work supports available to families, place common sense restrictions on guns to protect our children, fully implement the Every Student Succeeds Act so that youth may remain in their school districts of origin, and support legislation that ensures we are collecting educational data on children in foster care, because educational outcomes in this population are in need of increased attention, and we support, they need support by our education and child welfare systems. And in fact, Representative Casmiro mentioned that later, in just less than an hour, her bill will be heard on the House floor, so we're very excited about that, and we're thankful. We support positions of our partners through the Immigration Coalition, Homes Rhode Island, and the Protect Our Healthcare Coalition. And we appreciate the consideration of the General Assembly members of all of these positions, and we will be pleased to address any questions or concerns after today's briefing. So thank you for your commitment to children, youth, and families in our state. Thank you for your time today. Our formal program is over, and we're about to ask our coalition members to check in with Marie if you haven't received your information about who your General Assembly member is. And if you have, we will help you to go down to the House and the Senate chamber and be able to meet your representative. Is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Great. Thank you,
I think
everybody.
that's it. Thank you.